Support for the Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you in part by University of Idaho, Idaho's only Carnegie R1 classified research university. Our Carnegie R1 designation recognizes the discoveries we make that help our forests thrive. It means we're creating more doctors and doing real research to strengthen cybersecurity for Idaho businesses, our energy sector, and every Idahoan. More at go.uidaho.edu/Idaho-is-Idaho.
Laws are being drafted and debated at the State House right now. Laws that will likely affect your everyday life as an Idahoan. The Connector helps you keep up with the legislative session with clear reporting, local context, and explanations that make it all make sense. Stay connected to the State House with the Connector, Idaho Daily News. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Samantha Wright, filling in for Gemma Gaudette. It's Idaho Matters. Okay, lovebirds, we have the perfect date night for you. It includes a candlelight dinner, chocolate fondue, and a wastewater facility. Yes, you heard that right. It's called Love at First Flush, and it's likely the only event you'll find with a mix of both romance and river science. Joining us now to tell us more is Arabelle Britton, the education coordinator for The Watershed. Hi, thanks for being here today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Okay, Love at First Flush is such a fun name. Talk about the idea behind it and how it came to be.
Yeah, so this is actually our second Love at First Flush, second annual. And we were inspired by a water renewal facility in New York City that started offering Valentine's Day tours that sold out. And so last year we decided to try it out. And we had a wonderful time. We had a small group of people and we had a blast mixing romance and water renewal. So we're added it for a second year.
Okay, so let's talk about the watershed. And I mean, the Boise River has changed dramatically over the last 80 years. What role have facilities like the watershed played in that transformation?
Yes, so our water renewal facilities have played a huge role. The watershed is co-located at the West Boise Water Renewal Facility, which is our second water renewal facility. But in the 40s, our community got together because the Boise River was such a polluted, unhealthy place and demanded change. And we built the first water renewal facility. It opened in 1950, and that really started a dramatic uptick in caring for the Boise River and cleaning up this amazing resource that we have running right through town. And after the 1970s, when the West Boise Water Renewal Facility was built, and to where we are today with the river being such a happy, healthy ecosystem for humans and our environment.
So for people who've never toured a water renewal facility before, what usually surprises them the most?
I think people are usually surprised about how interesting they find the whole process. I mean, there's some pretty straightforward, we remove the trash and we separate the solids from the water, but there's my favorite part is our aeration basins where we use the microorganisms that are naturally found in our bodies to remove the nutrients from the water. And that I think usually is a crowd pleaser, a pretty aha moment for thinking about water renewal.
Well, when people flush the toilet, they probably aren't thinking about the science that happens. And you're talking about what actually goes on behind the scenes, and it all protects the Boise River.
Yeah, it is. Water renewal is kind of something that is out of sight, out of mind for many people. We flush our toilet and we don't have to think about it again. But there's so many people and so much infrastructure that goes into making sure that our water is cleaned and put healthy back into the river. That's something that's really important that we do to take care of each other and our environment that often gets overlooked.
So how do you decide what's clean enough and what it means before water is released back into the river?
Yeah, we have permit limits that we need to hit, but our main goal is to put water back into the river that's clean enough for humans to swim in, for animals to live in, and plants to be able to utilize. But that goes with a lot of testing. So we have water quality scientists out here that test in many steps along the way, and we're constantly monitoring to make sure that that water is healthy enough for, like I said, humans to swim in and fish in and animals to live in.
We're speaking with Arabelle Britton, Education Coordinator for the Watershed, about Love at First Flush, a one-of-a-kind Valentine's Day event, at least one of a kind here in Boise for Valentine's Day this year. A candlelight dinner at a water renewal facility isn't something you hear about every day. How does Life's Kitchen fit into this special evening?
Yeah, this year we've stepped up our event even more. Last year there was not a dinner. And when we were thinking about what organizations to work with to bring in the food, we really like the work that's being done at Life's Kitchen. And we've partnered with them for other things. So they're providing either a chicken piccata or eggplant parmesan meal for our guests for Love at First Flush.
Wow. And beyond the romance and the fun, what do you hope attendees are walking away from? Understanding maybe more about water renewal?
Yeah, I hope that people walk away with just an appreciation for everything that people here in Public Works and at the water renewal facility are doing to really care for our community. And it is sometimes this stinky work, but everyone who works out here really deeply cares about taking care of our community and our river. And I hope people walk away with just a little bit more of an understanding of that.
Does it make a difference to be there, to see the process up close, to better understand what's actually going on and how much it takes to do this?
Oh, definitely. Especially maybe to smell some of the work being done out here. But it really is pretty impressive when you see all the different steps and understand how there's engineers and operators and scientists all working out here to maintain something that we at this point in time take for granted how healthy the Boise River is, but it really wasn't that long ago that it was a pretty gross place that wasn't safe for humans or wildlife.
Wow. And did I read that correctly? There's going to be a chocolate fondue?
Yep, we'll have chocolate fondue because it felt only fitting after talking about our waste.
I wasn't sure I was going to go with that one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so folks who do care about the Boise River, does coming to something like this really help support your mission? Is it helpful?
Yeah, so our mission out here at the Watershed as the city's Water and Climate Education Center is to educate the people of Boise and beyond about our water and our climate and things that we can do to really take action to take care of it. And one of those things is places like the Water Renewal Facility and learning things like don't flush your flushable wipes down the toilet because that is bad for our system, and just little those like that can help us all be better community members.
Okay, so I got to ask, what actually happens when that happens? I mean, you're not supposed to do that.
You are not. So yeah, first, often it can clog up people's home pipes, especially if you have an older house. And when the flushable wipes if they get all the way here to our system, they can really clog up our screens, and it takes a lot of work and energy to remove that. Or they can join fats in the sewer system and become fatbergs, which if you've never looked that up, it's a pretty interesting phenomenon that occurs.
I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Well, but that's, I think, where the education piece of this is very important, because you are reliant on the goodwill of others, because so many people are flushing things down the toilet.
Yeah, and if no one ever taught you, then you can't know. So we love giving tours out here for youth and adults. This year, we are unable to lead too many tours because we are under construction. As a water renewal facility, we always want to be ahead of growth in our community. And so we are in a period of construction. So this year, unfortunately, we're offering very few public tours. Usually we do one a month. But this year we'll just have our Valentine's Day tour. So this year it's extra special.
Well, if someone wants to come to Love at First Flush, how do people get tickets?
Yeah, you can look on our website. It's boisewatershed.org under our events calendar. And if you look under February 13th, you will see Love at First Flush and all the links you need to register. It does cost $20, which goes directly to your food.
Nice. Arabelle, thank you. This has been great.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on.
We've been speaking with Arabelle Britton, Education Coordinator for the Watershed, about Love at First Flush. It's a one-of-a-kind Valentine's Day event.
This is the Idaho Matters podcast. I'm Gemma Gaudette.
Hi, it's Terry Gross, host of Fresh Air. Hey, take a break from the 24-hour news cycle with us and listen to long-form interviews with your favorite authors, actors, filmmakers, comedians, and musicians, the people making the art that nourishes us and speaks to our times. So listen to the Fresh Air podcast from NPR and WHYY.